Hi everyone, thanks for checking out another InfoSec Hub video. Today we're going to talk about Trojan horses. And what is a Trojan horse? I'm not sure if you read some books from the past. A Trojan horse is used to disguise an application. So the horse is the application, and inside the application, for instance, are attackers. And it used to be soldiers back in the days. So a Trojan horse is around for many years already, and it's actually software that disguises. Let's say, for instance, you downloaded a Word viewer or an Excel viewer back in the day, and you didn't download that from the Microsoft website, but from a third-party website. They might still give you the functionality of viewing words in Excel documents, but in the background, it's actually a program running malicious code on your computer that is able to do key logging. So it logs all your keyboard input. It can connect to a potential attacker, making your computer part of a botnet that then can be used to, for instance, perform DDoS attacks, cyber attacks. The attacker can remotely log into your computer to see what's happening on your screen. Let's see what Microsoft says. It can also be used to download and install other malware. So then Trojan horse is just a stepping stone to download worms or viruses. Of course, the infected device can be used for fraud. So maybe it can use your email domain to send out spam or phishing. Keystrokes we just talked about. And it can send information including passwords, browser history, for instance, details of the sign-in, details of websites that you visit. All this can be prevented to use either a password vault or use single sign-on, so there's no keystrokes recording your password and username. And the last thing I just talked about, the guy, the hacker guy can take over your device. And with that, he uses your online identity, he uses your IP address, and out of your name, he can commit fraud, and then nobody knows exactly who's behind it because it's not you. Trojan horses are still around, but in the early days of the internet, I would say around 2000, 2002, when people still use a lot of peer-to-peer networks for downloading software. A lot of people are guilty of that, me included. We downloaded software, even closed source software. By the time it was 2004, 2005, more and more popular software packages from Microsoft, from Adobe, they started to contain viruses and malware and Trojan horses. So you install the application, it runs Word, it runs Excel, everything does what it's supposed to do. But you don't have a good copy of it. It's not a legitimate copy. Somebody added some extra malware basically to it, and then created this ISO file, published it online, you download it. Functionality wise it works, but then your computer is infected. Well, there are a few things to do. That is, have a good virus scanner, because the virus scanner also has a whole big database of not only viruses and worms, but also Trojan horses, and every Trojan horse has its own signature. And when that signature is stored in the database of the antivirus software, then it can detect that your computer is indeed infected. Then you can quarantine it or you can delete it, whatever you want, it's up to you. But it's good to have antivirus scanner. And also, just a general tip, never click on links in emails that you don't 100% trust. Nowadays, when we talk about the government, they will send you an email that there's a message available for you on their portal. Because they try to reduce the number of links in emails, because that's basically the first step to go wrong. You can either be redirected to a potentially vulnerable website that contains malicious programs, malicious code, or it's a link to download software. Never download software from sources that you're not 100% sure about. And when you do, make sure that you run it inside the sandbox first, and scan the sandbox as well, if that's possible with a virus scanner, to be 100% sure that it doesn't contain any viruses or Trojans. So basically, to summarize it, a Trojan is malicious software that allows an attacker to do multiple things: delete files, block files, edit files, use your email accounts or online accounts to commit fraud. It allows the attacker to take over your computer, so your computer can be part of a botnet as well, to send lots of traffic to an intended target. So there are many ways that attackers can use Trojan horses. It's been around for many years. It's still a threat, and there's actually only two things you can do: antivirus scanners, and don't click on links in emails you don't trust. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.